Thank you, everyone who's listening in, and for all the panelists. Grateful to have the opportunity to share about our event, and hopefully, in all of us sharing today, it will help everybody who's listening in today. So I'm with Advocates for Children, and we work for the treatment and prevention of child abuse and neglect. We have several programs within our organization, and we reach 11 different counties. We have a children's homeless shelter. We organize for court-appointed special advocates for children. We have a forensic interviewer who interviews children that have suffered from abuse in order for them to have the trauma reduced. We video everything so they don't have to go to court. They only have to tell their story one time. We also have a homeless youth program that we run for ages 18 to 24. And then we have multiple programs that focus on crucial care elements for not only children, but the entire family. We have two large fundraisers each year, and these fundraisers help us close the gap between our federal and state funding. One of those events is our spring benefit. And this year we tried something a little different, calling it our gourmet graze and raise. Typically we would do your buy a ticket, have an auction, dinner, and drinks, but we really wanted to try to reinvent ourselves this year. We had a fabulous committee put together, and we worked for 7 months on this entire concept of the graze and raise. We were using 5 local top chefs here. Oh, I didn't mention one, Cartersville, Georgia. We were using 5 of our local top chefs here in our little town. We paired the chefs up with some local personalities, yes, some of the who's who, where they could use their connections and their social media, their businesses to raise awareness prior to the event. We wanted to try to use the noble cause peer-to-peer fundraising to raise money before the actual event. And in doing that, we raised a lot of awareness about our cause, a lot of awareness about the event. One of the really exciting concepts of our event is that if you're familiar with the Master Chef show on the Fox network with Gordon Ramsay, this past fall, Dorian Hunter won Master Chef. She is the best amateur cook in the country, and she lives in Cartersville. So she was actually going to be one of our judges for this event. So, it was great. A lot of planning, a lot of hard work. But here we are. 2 weeks prior to the event, we decided that we were definitely going to have to postpone. Our committee did not want to cancel the event. They had worked too long and too hard, and they wanted to see it come to fruition. So we have moved that out to the fall, just based on how things are going to go moving forward. But it was very important that we addressed all of our sponsors, everyone that had donated prior to in the peer-to-peer fundraising. We also, we sold over $10,000 in tickets already. So we needed to reach out and address all of our donors and supporters. We felt like it was important. We're in a small community, and we wanted to make sure that they knew, what we were doing with the funds. So fortunately, I was able to contact Sarah at Noble Cause. We used everything that was already in our peer-to-peer fundraising to pivot to the virtual event and to have our event page created. So all of our information that was already there was able to go into that event page. And then on that event page, we were able to put in all of our teams that had done the fundraising, all of our sponsors. We had over $60,000 already in sponsors, and we were able to link their logos to go directly to their websites. And then also we were able to use it to, after and during our Facebook Live, we were able to put that into the event page. We had our president and CEO go live from her home, which you can see her here, Rachel. And we picked a cozy, humble atmosphere in her home where she had her large TV with our event page up so that she could walk everybody through it. She could thank everybody and bring light to our local chefs. Because the restaurants were hit so hard at this time, we really wanted to take this opportunity to give them some notoriety, give them some, I guess not say free press, but, just make sure to ask our supporters to support them in this time. So going live was an experience. Rachel only had her family at the house. This was when everything really just happened. And I think everybody was just completely held up, wouldn't know which way to turn. So we definitely had some opportunities with going live, but we deal in humanity. That's our job, and I think that everybody was able to, to understand that we were doing the best that we could. During Rachel's talk, she did make an ask for a text to donate. She did share about what Advocates was doing, during the COVID-19, and also how we were really going to need everyone's help, how our families and our children were going to be impacted financially, emotionally, mentally, not being able to get out there and see our kids, not being able to monitor things face to face. And there's an increase in the need of our services during a time like this. So, going live and being able to address that was very important for us. And then also when she was live, we did a giveaway for who donated that night from the local restaurants that participated with us. So again, we were able to highlight those restaurants because they were a part of our Graze and Raise, and we were able to purchase some meals and get a way to support them as well that evening. Using Mobile Cause allowed us very easily to reach out and contact all of our donors, everybody that donated peer-to-peer, everyone that bought tickets, and also we were able to use after on Facebook Live, we linked that to our event page. So it made it very easy to contact everyone. And then also afterwards, we pushed everything out again on social media, announcing the winner of the fundraising team. And then also we started our child abuse prevention month for April, beginning in April. Really, the point of our virtual event was a little bit different because we weren't trying to necessarily raise the $120,000 that we typically raise. We were trying to address our donors, address our supporters, address our sponsors, our ticket holders, let them know what our plan was. We were trying to inform the community. And then also we were just closing out this one portion of our event, which was the peer-to-peer fundraising. So, everybody's events are different. And, with using Mobile Cause, we were able to just take this one piece of it and close it out. And then we'll look to the fall when we get to have our actual event. But I think all in all, aside of the technical trouble that we had going live on Facebook, I think that we were really able to accomplish our goal in reaching out to all of our supporters, thanking them, and, just giving them the information on how we were going to move forward.